I'm Bob Woods. I'm one of the owners of the KM Team Inc. This is Kathy Belton. She's also a partner, and she is the president.
I always like to say that getting into CINC changed my life, and I don't take that with a grain of salt because we were in QuickBooks and we had checked into some other software, and unfortunately we didn't like it, and somebody gave us a little introduction into CINC, and we called before we even left the Atlanta area and started working on it. So we fully integrated in and started January 2012, and it's just been a lifesaver. It's been amazing. I love the functionality. I love that I can pull it up on my laptop at home, at a board meeting. It's just been amazing. Before, for example, if you wanted to look up homeowners in QuickBooks, you had to sign out of one association and then log into a different one, and it was cumbersome. In CINC, you can do a global search, if you will. If you have a name and you want to put it in, you can look through all associations and find that property. You know, that's one way. Financials, you have integration with the bank so that you can download transactions every day so that when it's end of the month and you're trying to reconcile beginning of the month actually, it's just so much easier than having to sit there and go through and manually do that type of thing. Again, having the ability to access it wherever I am is a huge bonus. You know, there's not a server at my office that I have to be in my office to see it, so that makes a huge difference as well. The CINC staff I feel almost is like family. It's been really nice being at this conference because we've been able to meet some of the behind the scenes people that we don't know by face, but we meet up with them at several different conferences, and they are professional, they're helpful. Their main goal is to make sure that as a management company and as a user of CINC that we succeed. And that's huge in this business. You have to have somebody who is a partner and a supporter of what you're trying to do. They listen. If you have questions about some functionality that you think might be good, they're willing to sit down and listen to you to find out what it is you need or what problems you're having. So I think that's huge.
They make our life easier. They really do. They do listen. They're very responsive. I'm very much at home with them, and like Kathy, we consider them friends now.
We had investigated before going into CINC, going into another software, and the training of it had us so confused. And one of the things that drew us into CINC was it is user-friendly. You don't have to be a high-level accountant to be able to go in there and to do the different things that you need to do. So that was a very important thing to us as owners. We needed to make sure that our staff would be able to use the system as effectively as the accountant does. You know, this conference has been eye-opening because I've learned some very simple things that I didn't even know, and there's even more functionality in there than I knew. We would definitely recommend CINC. We do it. We've offered a lot of times we will talk to prospective customers to let them know our experience. I think a lot of times the biggest concern they have is actually transitioning in, and we let them know that it's not as bad as they're going to imagine, and that CINC is there with you every step of the way. We had Connie from the CINC team come out before we went in, and she spent a few days with us helping us get everything all set up, and it really was not terrible. It really was actually a very pleasant experience, and I had done a lot of the groundwork prior to her coming, but it's just, we would highly recommend it.